Welcome, welcome. I have a special guest here today. How's it going, Tana? You gonna lean in here?
How's it going?
What is your official function around here?
Help you out with anything you need.
Thank you. He's the man. He's my new technical assistant. I'm really excited. I'm taking him to Europe with me, so I'm kind of showing him how Lightroom works. And I thought this would be a really good example. This is part 2 of something really special I wanted to make for you Passport members. You might remember this really pretty sunrise. I thought it would be cool to actually process the photo and show you the whole thing, okay? And then I got to give it to Tane to get uploaded and all that stuff. He has to do all the hard work. I get to do the fun stuff, do all the post-processing. Okay, so here's all the photos that I took. You can see this here in Lightroom on 330. I took 21 photos, okay? Let me just kind of rifle through them here real fast. Lots of good stuff, right? I'm looking at these and having lots of trouble deciding which one I want to process. The good news is there's not a bad decision, right? It's like going in to get gelato and having to choose from a gelato. It doesn't really matter. It's all gelato. It's going to be good. So I have a few of these that I made green. Like greens are ones I want to work on, okay? And that goes into my little workflow over here. So you can see I have 8 green ones. And then in here, I think, well, you know, all these are good. Which one do I work on? I don't know. But I picked 2 that I like. I like this one because I like how the grass is kind of light and golden in this one. I think we can do a lot with that. And then I picked this one too, which I have already brought into Aurora. Okay, so I just dragged that Aurora file, that raw file right into Aurora. Okay, the first thing you might notice is my horizon's way off. It's amazing how bad my horizon is. It really is. Okay, I'm going to come down a little bit too because even though I do kind of like that 4:3 ratio of the Hasselblad, I feel like it's kind of dead up there. So I'm going to pull this down a little bit. A little adjustment right here. Give it more a little cinematic crop. Good. Okay, then I'll say apply. Okay. Now there's not a lot, just looking at this shot, there's not a lot I want to do because, look, you saw the video. You saw how unbelievable that sky was, right? And so it's like if I HDR'd up too much more, it would just be insane. You know, it would like rip the fabric of the universe. So let's just lighten up the ground here a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of smart tone right there. Look at that. Smart tone is so good. So I like what this did, but also it has made the distant mountains quite blue, hasn't it? Okay, so let's just increase this a little bit. And let's just look at the grass here, okay? We're just going to paint in the grass, okay, so we don't get that super blue mountain. So that's kind of cool, right? Let's add a little HDR structure here and a little bit of reduce the softness just to make the grass a little poppier, so it pops out a little bit more, okay? Now, watch, when you add HDR structure to anything, it gets, see that it gets those black bits in there? Let's see if we can get rid of that. By the way, you can always double click on the word here to go back to 0. I wonder if HDR detail, that's a little bit better. But I will increase this a little bit, okay? And then let's go and increase the blacks here, okay? That doesn't look so good. I take that back. Yeah, pulling up this HDR thing, it just made it a little too gritty in that. Because you do want the grass to be soft, you know? So maybe let's increase the softness here a little bit. Increase the softness. That's good. Okay, let's do a little image radiance. Really brighten this up here. And then a little bit of smart colorize. Ooh, I like that. That's nice. Okay, now I'm going to grab my paintbrush and just paint in down here in the grass. Okay? Look at this. I like this. And I think I'll leave a little dark on the sides too. Just so you get a little bit of like natural vignetting there. Let me just drop my brush down to 23% here. Just pop this tree a little bit. I think we could do a little bit to bring up those trees. They're a little dead. A little dead. Let me hit X to go back here and kind of vignette in the colors here a little bit. So if you want to see where I colored, right there. Okay. Just like that. Cool. All right, let's make a new layer. And now, yeah, let's go ahead and play with the sky a little bit. Okay. Like I said, we may not want to do too much. May not want to do too much, just a little bit. Oh, God, that does look good though, doesn't it? Good, and then we're going to soften that a little bit. I'm just looking at the sky here. It's making the ground look a little grungy, but we're not looking at that, right? Just look at the sky. Let's just soften it up a little bit up there. And I do like what it did, but if you hit this little orange nipple on and off, what happens, it gets a little dark in some areas, right? So maybe we can fix that with a little smart tone. Yeah, that's a little bit better. God, it's almost like so crazy that the sky is almost unbelievable. Let me lower it down a little bit. So crazy. Do you remember this morning, Tane? It was like 3 mornings ago.
Mm-hmm.
You were up there early, weren't you? You're an early riser.
Always up early.
Good. That's good. I'm not always up early. There's going to be many mornings where you have to wake me up. Say, Trey, we got to go take photos. I'm like, all right. Oh, look. This. Oh, no. Wait, what happened? Okay. Oh, here we go. You can see that every now and then this happens with Aurora. This thing gets inverted. So I just need to click this and say invert mask. There we go. That looks much better. So we can kind of look at it before and after. That just made the sky pop a little bit more, which I like. Let's add just a little bit of image radiance as well. A little bit of image radiance up in the sky. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. So overall, we didn't do too much of this photo. This is before and after. Before and after. Really nice. Really nice. Good. So I like this. Okay, I'm not going to say whether I like it better or worse than the other one, but I haven't done the other one yet. So we'll go look at that one next. It's amazing. It wasn't that much different in time, but you can see how in this one, it's almost just completely different photo because this one has none of the purples or not as many of the purples and cool colors as the other one, but it's still pretty interesting. And I think the grass will look even better on this one. I can zoom in here and look at the grass. Those are my settings. Half a second, f8, ISO 100. Get that nice and sharp. Oh yeah. I'll pick this one up and drop it right onto Aurora. Okay. I'll say don't save. It'll be made from this. Yes, obviously, I know. While that's going on, let's just go have a play with it in... Actually, let's not do that. Let's have a play with this one in Lightroom. So I'll press D to go to the develop module. Let's just see if we can make it look better or worse, okay? Let me hide this panel. Oh my gosh, you're so slow, Lightroom. Amazing. Okay, click on the crop thing. Let's fix my horizon right away. I bet we could still make it look pretty darn good in Lightroom. So let's pull up the shadows. Okay, a little bit there. I don't really like clarity. Looks pretty good in the sky here, actually. I wish you could just do it in the sky. I guess you could with a brush. Let's increase the vibrance just a little bit. Let's make a gradient here, a grad filter. I'm going to drag up from the bottom, and I will make it a little brighter. I'm going to warm it up a little bit here. That looks nice, doesn't it? Really nice. That's pretty. Add a little bit of sharpness, maybe. A little clarity. No, I think I like it a little softer. A little more saturation. That looks pretty nice. Let's pull another one down from the sky. Okay. And let's not increase the exposure. Maybe a little contrast. Maybe a little bit of clarity. There, that looks pretty good too. I'll be honest with you. I like that. We're getting a few blowouts up here in the sky. So let's go drop the highlights down a little bit and the whites. Hey, that's pretty good. All right, another choice to make. So I'm going to export this as completed. And we'll look at those two side by side. Meanwhile, we should go back to here now and play with this one. Okay, photo number 2. Photo number 2. Let's pull it up like this. Recrop it the same way. Okay, looking good. Now, once again, let's just play with the grass. Let's make the grass look pretty. So I'm going to do a little smart tone. Whoa, super orange Cheetos grass. Okay, let's do a little bit. And let's actually, I'm going to desaturate a little bit, just a little bit. I know you don't see me do that much, do you? Pull the shadows, do a little HDR structure. Ah, darn it, makes that black again. HDR detail, soft. So a little soft here. Do a little image radiance. Image radiance. Well, no, we don't need any more smart colorize. A little brightness. Let's pull up the blacks a little bit. Shadows, a little bit more smart tone. God, it's still so orange on that ground. I'm gonna desaturate it even more. There we go. Now I'm just gonna paint in that lower part there. Yeah, that's right. Paint it in. Those trees a little bit there. Good. Brush a little smaller. Pop those trees. Good. Now we'll do the sky. So now here we can amp up the HDR structure a little bit more here. Oh yeah. Keep it nice and soft. I usually like a soft sky, not a hard sky. Okay. Do a little bit of image radiance. You know, I like that one. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Wow, that looks pretty epic, that sky. Looks like the cover of a sci-fi novel. I like it. I like it a lot. There we go. That looks kind of good too. So let's export that to completed. Okay, so that'll take a minute to do that. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, let's go here into the completed category and go back and forth. So we've got these two. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, I like parts of both of them. So what I'm going to do is take both of them into Photoshop. I'll say Tools, Photoshop, Load as Layers. Okay. You guys, I'm being a little overkill on this one, obviously, but you guys know me. I can just go overkill sometimes. But it was such a good sunrise, and I don't really want to leave anything on the table. So I think I'm going to combine my favorite parts of these two photos. One made in Lightroom, one made in Aurora. Okay. Okay, let's make this thing a little bit bigger. So I'm going to shift-click these, hit Command-L to align them. So they're lined up right on top of each other because they were a little bit different, you know. Yeah, okay. Then I'm going to put the Lightroom one on top. Okay, and zoom in. I want to make a mask here. Pick my brush. And then I'm just going to go through and paint where I like the HDR one better. Like, for example, if you look right here in this cloud, this is the Lightroom one and this is the HDR one. The HDR one just looks better, right? There's more detail. And it's probably that way in a lot of these spots. Like wherever it's blown out, it just kind of looks better in the HDR one. So we're going to keep the sky quite HDR-ish. Okay, get my brush, make it a little bit bigger, 63%. Yeah, just kind of brush in that nicer HDR sky with more texture. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, what else do I like? Okay, well, I like a little bit of the vignetting in the HDR one around the grass. Okay, so we're going to darken it over here, darken that house a little bit. My neighbor's house. That neighbor hates me, by the way. A mean neighbor. It made my wife cry one time, Tony. Can you believe it? He goes, I'm going to come cut down all your trees because, I don't know, something happened, like one of his daughter's friends was killed by a tree. And so now he wants to come over, cut down our trees. We're like, our trees are not going to fall on anybody. It's very low chance. Low chance. Okay, there, that's nicely combined. So we'll do a final crop here, like this. My wife cussed at him, and she never cusses. Never cusses. Cool. So that's a pretty good combo meal there. I like that. Cut that into one. Zoom in. Look at the nice detail in this camera. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go get rid of a few ugly things. Okay. Some of these just really high contrast things, I'm just gonna pop out of there. There we go. I could get rid of the whole house, but I don't really feel like it. I don't really feel like it. Look at that. What a photo, Tane. Ridiculous, huh?
Pretty awesome.
Just like that. Yeah, so I like that photo. I'm down with that. So let me save it as a final shot. Great name, Trey. Hey, thanks. Oh, yeah, to completed. And then so let's compare that with the yellow one, the yellower one. Put these side by side. So that's one we just finished, and this is the other one. God, that one's good too. Fuck. Which one do you like better, Tani?
That's a tough one.
It's tough, isn't it?
That is really tough.
They're both nice.
The sky's amazing.
Yeah. At first I like, oh, I like that purpley blue sky. And then I was like, oh, I like this guy. This one looks pretty good. Man. Man alive. All right, I'll let you guys tell me. You passport members tell me which one is your favorite. Okay, I can't decide. I'll come back to it in a while and decide. But it's a good start. It's a good problem to have. I got two winners there. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, you guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're learning. And if you like this stuff, please tell your friends about Passport. Right? One person at a time. We're in it together. Thank you, guys. And yes, depending on when you see this, we are working very hard on Aurora HDR for Windows. Okay? So never fear. All right. See you guys next time. On behalf of me and Tane, goodbye. Yay.